home for Gastonia Honey Hunters baseball. AM 1450, 101.1 FM, and streaming on the TuneIn app. WGNC. Your home for... Get social with your favorite baseball team at Go Honey Hunters on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. That's at Go Honey Hunters on all of our social media platforms. Your home for...
This is Jake Skoll, the Gastonia Honey Hunters, and you're listening to the Honey Hunters Radio Network.
WGNC, AM 450 and 1 FM proudly presents Gastonia Honey Hunters Baseball. Gastonia Honey Hunters Baseball is brought to you by GSM Premium Services and Caramount Health. See how we care. Let's take you to the ballpark. It's time for Atlantic League baseball action on the Honey Hunters Radio Network.
All right, good afternoon. Welcome to Honey Hunters Baseball here on the Honey Hunters Radio Network, streaming at www.gohoneyhunters.com, 1450 AM, 101.1 FM, WGNC Gastonia on the TuneIn app. My name is Derek Smith. I'm your weekend play-by-play announcer here at Caramount Health Park in Gastonia. Today, Gastonia takes on Kentucky on this Sunday afternoon prior to Labor Day Monday. This is game 120 of the season, game 50, second half. 13 games remaining in the 22 season. This is game 3 of a 3-game weekend series versus Kentucky. Series tied 1 apiece with Gastonia winning last night 5-3 and Kentucky taking game 1 Friday 3-2. Gastonia leads this series 8-3 this year, 5-3 at home and 3-0 at Kentucky. Two teams will meet again next week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at Wild Health Field in Lexington, Kentucky. Around the league today, game just underway at the top of the hour, Long Island at Staten Island. That series is tied up at 1 game apiece. Coming up a little bit later today, York will be facing High Point in North Carolina. And underway as we speak, Charleston at Lexington and Lancaster at Southern Maryland. Charleston, Lexington, Lancaster, Southern Maryland series, both tied at 1 game apiece. Checking scores last night, Long Island over Staten Island 7-4. High Point beat York 5-4. Charleston nipped Lexington 5-4. And Southern Maryland blanked Lancaster last night 7-0. Checking the Northern Division standings, Lancaster leads it 34-18 in the second half, 4 games better than Southern Maryland, who is 30-22, but they've already clinched a playoff spot because they won the Northern Division first half title. Staten Island 23-30, 11.5 games out of first place. Long Island 22-31, 12.5 games out of first place. York is 20-33, 14.5 games behind Lancaster in the North Division. Here in the South Division, Gastonia leads it 34-19 in the second half is their record. Kentucky in second place as they're here today against Gastonia, 26 and 26, 500 in the second half, and they're 7.5 games behind Gastonia in the South race. Lexington is 25 and 26, 8 games out of first place. High Point 25 and 28, 9 games out of first place. And Charleston is 23 and 29, 10.5 games out of first place. Checking the wild card standings, High Point leads the standings at 64 and 55. Lancaster 1 game behind them at 63 and 55, a half a game actually. And then Kentucky is 61 and 57, 2.5 games out of the wild card race. Of course, should the playoffs begin after last night's action, meaning today, Lancaster in, Gastonia in, Southern Maryland in, and High Point would be in by a half game over Lancaster. All right, back with the lineup card after this on the Honey Hunters Radio Network.
Being first, the beginning of the line. So many people work so hard to be number one. But at Caramount Health, you don't have to struggle to be first. We prioritize you. Our award-winning teams use advanced treatments to serve you. We deliver the compassion and quality you deserve, always growing, building, and innovating for your care, your health, your life. Caramount Health. Care first.
GSM Services helps people live better through improved comfort, health, and energy efficiency. GSM Services provides high-quality home and commercial improvement services. They offer services for heating and cooling, energy audits, duct and dryer vent cleaning, attic insulation, crawl space solutions, generators, commercial roofing, and HVAC, indoor air cleaning products, and much, much more. GSM has been taking care of their customers' comfort since 1927. This unmatched experience has led them to build reliable processes to serve you and offer guidance to help you choose the right options for your home business comfort needs. Call 1-800-NEW-COOL or visit GSM-since-1927.com to talk to someone about the comfort issues you have in your home. GSM is a proud sponsor of your Gastonia Honey Hunters. Call 1-800-NEW-COOL or visit GSM-since-1927.com. Go Honey Hunters!
All right, back at the ballpark on a Sunday afternoon here on this holiday weekend. Checking the lineup card, leading off for Wild Health will be the second baseman, Luke Becker. Batting second, the shortstop, Gavin Johns. Batting third, the right fielder, Yuri Perez. Batting fourth, the DH, Chris Davis. Batting fifth, the first baseman, Chris Shaw. Batting sixth, the catcher, Yuri Perez. Batting seventh, the left fielder, Felix P.A. Batting eighth, the center fielder, Austin Rye. Batting ninth, the third baseman, Clayton Melbauer. And pitching today for Kentucky will be Dustin Beggs. For Gastonia, Hurley Rodriguez leads things off and plays center field today. Reese Hampton bats second. He's in left. Joseph Rosa at short, batting third. Batting fourth, Zach Jarrett in right field. Batting fifth, the third baseman, Luis Roman. Batting sixth, the first baseman, Luis Castro. Batting seventh, the DH, Emmanuel Tapia. Batting eighth, behind the plate, catching today, Stuart Levy. And playing second base and batting ninth is Jalen Smith. Matt Salter makes his debut for Gastonia today. We'll tell you about the two pitchers in just a moment after we break for a word from our sponsors on the Honey Hunters Radio Network.
Whether you're stuck in traffic after a long day at work or working through a 10-game road trip, nothing feels as good as being home. If you're looking to enter the marketplace as a buyer or a seller, Moss Realty has a proven history of results with professionals that operate in the highest spirit of ethical conduct. Let them work for you. Call 704-865-5555 and find out how Moss Realty gets it done. 704-865-5555, Moss Realty.
Online education is better with us. At Belmont Abbey College, we offer quality, affordable online degrees that fit your life and your budget. We're better because with us, our faith foundation drives all we do. We care about every student. We instill every degree with excellence and virtue. Plus, we're local, personal, and ready to help you thrive. Experience the Abbey difference. Get the better online degree with Belmont Abbey College. Register today, and you can win dinner for two on us. Visit GoHoneyHunters.com/Belmont Abbey to learn more.
This is Sam Bordner of the Gastonia Honey Hunters, and you are listening to the Honey Hunters Radio Network.
All right, back we are. Baseball coming up momentarily, approximately 6:15 Eastern Standard Daylight Savings Time. Pitching for Kentucky Day will be Dustin Beggs, a right-handed pitcher, 6'3", 195 pounds. Record of 9-5, 5.9 ERA, 119 innings pitched this summer. He's allowed 93 runs, 141 hits. He has struck out 89, and he has issued 86 bases on ball. Matt Salter makes his debut for Gastonia, coming over from Staten Island at the trade deadline. Salter, a right-handed pitcher, 6'3", 215 pounds, from New Bern, North Carolina. His numbers at Staten Island this summer, 5-10, was his record. 3.8 ERA and 130 innings pitched, 68 runs allowed, 152 hits against him. He has struck out 102. And he has issued 58 bases on balls. He'll make his debut today as a Gastonia Honey Hunter. Back to get it going in just a second after these words on the Honey Hunters Radio Network.
Don't miss out on all the action at Caramont Health Park this summer. Get your tickets for every Honey Hunters home game by calling 704-874-1810 or log on to www.gohoneyhunters.com/tickets to reserve your spot this season. That number again, 704-874-1810. Gastonia Honey Hunters Baseball, 704-874-1810. Folks, it's been the thrill of a lifetime to bring professional baseball back to the airwaves of Gaston County. As a lifelong supporter of Gastonia baseball, I understood at an early age how important it was to hear the game when I couldn't be at the game. And with the advent of internet streaming now, Gastonia Honey Hunters games have even more import within the community. It also provides a great opportunity to get your message out to the Gaston County community. If advertising Honey Hunters is something that interests you, give me a call at 704-874-1810 and inquire about advertising with the Gastonia Honey Hunters. The number again, 704-874-1810. The Honey Hunters Radio Network, your hometown team. Thank you for supporting Gastonia baseball. Your online home for the Gastonia Honey Hunters is www.gohoneyhunters.com. Stats, standing stories, and more at gohoneyhunters.com. That's www.gohoneyhunters.com.
All right, lineup cards have been exchanged at home plate. The two managers and our umpiring crew today, who consists of third base, Mike Mackey, at first base, Jerry Burrish, and behind the plate calling balls and strikes today will be Christopher Riddle. Mark Minakazi manages Kentucky. Eli Villanueva is the pitching coach, and Lindsey Gardner is the hitting coach. For Gastonia, Goose Gazzo manages the club, second year at the helm. He debuted with Toronto in 1989 in his MLB career. Reggie Harris is the pitching coach. He is from Waynesboro, Virginia. And Chuck Stewart with the hitters. And he played his collegiate baseball at William Patterson University in the Garden State of New Jersey. Gastonia wearing their black jerseys today and the gray pants, the black hats. Jerseys trimmed in gold. Kentucky wearing a light blue. People call it Carolina blue in this area of the world. Along with some red and royal blue mixed in there with gray breeches today. Dimensions 304 down the left field line. There's a fence at two different heights that extends from the left field foul pole to left center field 400 straight away to the Gas House Bar and Grill, and then 326 down the right field line. It will be Becker, Johns, and Paredes to lead things off for High Point for Kentucky. Defensively for Gastonia, Levy behind the plate. Castro at first base. Smith is at second. Rosa is at short. Roman is at third. Hampton is in left field. Rodriguez is in center field. And Jarrett is in right field. Team makes its way onto the field. We'll pause for a second with the national anthem. Clouds in the area, 84 degrees at first pitch. Chances of rain throughout the day. We'll just have to watch and see how that comes to fruition, if it ever does. But right now, clear skies. Not too much humidity. Nice Sunday afternoon here at the ballpark as a part of this holiday weekend, Labor Day, coming up tomorrow. Appreciate you stopping by the broadcast. Streaming at honeyhunters.com and 1450 AM, 101.1 FM, WGNC Gastonia, Charlotte on the TuneIn app. Let's pause now to honor America with the national anthem.
Today by Wendy Wynn. Don't miss out on all the action at Caramount Health Park this season. Log on to www.gohoneyhunters.com/tickets to reserve your spot all summer long. That's gohoneyhunters.com/tickets.
All right, getting set to go in just a moment. Great rendition of the national anthem. Matt Salter, with his warm-up tosses, making his Gastonia debut, came across in a trade with Staten Island at the deadline, which was noon on September the 1st. You can acquire players from outside the league past September 1st, but interleague trades, that deadline is come and gone as of a couple of days ago. This is a Bark in the Park Sunday afternoon. Sun drop Sunday. Only got one of these left, which will be next Sunday. Next Sunday will be the final home game of the regular season. Of course, playoffs come up in September on the 20th and 21st here at Caramount Health Park for games 1 and 2 of the semifinals of the Atlantic League of Professional Baseball. Down to second goes the throw, and we should see Luke Becker strolling up to the plate. And there he comes. And so we're set to go. First pitch at 4:18 Eastern Standard Daylight Savings Time. Cloudy skies, but not threatening rain. And as I say that, it might be slightly misting as I look out. Here's the pitch, hit on the ground, foul. Past the first baseman. And the count is 0-1. Becker batting .293, 19 home runs. Here's the Salter pitch, high for a ball, 1 ball and 1 strike. So game 3 of a 3-game weekend series against Kentucky. Series tied 1 apiece. Chopper, slow roller. Here comes Roman, tried to barehand it, can't get to it in time, and down to first base safely goes Becker. And now the rain comes down a little bit heavier. One of these rainstorms where you don't really see it coming. There were no threatening skies. But it's coming down pretty good now. So we will see how long we play on into this game. The umpire's kind of looking up, looking around. Not sure what he's going to do yet. But Johns is at the plate with Becker at first base after a base hit. Hopefully this will end soon. It just kind of came out of nowhere. Maybe I jinxed us. Takes a strike. And it's 0-1. John's hitting .311, 1 home run, 25 knocked in, 13 stolen bases here in 2022. Lightening up a little bit, it looks like. Swung on and missed. And the count is 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out. Top of the first inning, just underway. Becker leads off with a single as he beats one out. Little ground ball over to third. Roman tried to pick up barehanded and couldn't get it up and over. And Johns will strike out on 3 straight pitches. So 1 down, 1 on. Jimmy Perez, the right fielder. Lots of bright sunshine. I mean, not bright, but I mean, it's not dark by any means. Especially off to the north, there's some blue skies. But at this locale, a little bit of rain. And it was going to be scattered. It was going to be here and there. Hopefully it blows over soon. A runner going, hit and run was on, back out of play. Paredes with some major league experience. He's hitting .282 with 16 home runs. He's knocked in 61 RBIs, and he's got 2 stolen bases. He's behind in the count, though, 0-1. Good thing about it, we got turf here at the ballpark, which has done a really good job this summer of absorbing any standing water pretty quickly. And even to the touch, if you go out there and feel it in a few minutes, it won't feel wet or mushy like regular grass does. First pitch misses. Count 1 ball and 1 strike. Becker down at first base, led off with a single. John struck out. Ball and a strike to Paredes. There it is. Hit to left field. Let's see. This is going to be iffy. Is it going to get out of here? Yes, it does. It's a home run over the left field wall into the Watson play area sign. And that's a 2-run homer. And Kentucky takes the 2-0 lead here in the first inning. That's that short porch in left field with the high fence. Off the fence is in play. Over the fence is a home run. And kind of have to watch it to see what it does because the fence is so high. If it doesn't clear it, it's going to come back into play. So you really got to watch it and let it do its thing before you decide, is it going to be in play or is it going to be a home run? And this time it was a home run. We've seen some little pop flies that have gotten out of here, you know, not your typical rocket shot. But Paredes goes yard for his 18th home run of the season. That is home run 148 for Kentucky. And that is the 119th home run allowed by Gastonia pitching. Now Chris Davis with Major League Baseball experience, hitting .289, 16 home runs, 43 driven in, and no stolen bases. Bunted one foul. 2 runs in on that Perez home run. Gives Kentucky the early 2-0 lead on the scoreboard. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Takes a strike. If you're a hitter, you love that 304 down left field. If you're a pitcher, you're like, these right-handed guys, if I don't get something in there good, they're going to take it out on me. And we see a lot of home runs at this ballpark, especially to left field from right-handed hitters. Davis offers, foul tipped it. He's behind in the count, 0-2. Gastonia leads the series 8-3. 5-3 here at Caramont Hill Park, 3-0 at Kentucky. 2 teams off tomorrow, back at it Tuesday, up at their place, Wild Health Field in Lexington, Kentucky. They will play Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday as Davis strikes out. Davis struck out 4 times last night. Here is Chris Shaw, likewise with Major League Baseball experience, hitting .261, 16 home runs, 64 knocked in, and no stolen bases. Left-handed hitter. Bats with 2 out in the inning. 2 runs in, though, for the Wild Health Genomes. They share a stadium with the Lexington Legends. They're actually owned by the Legends management group, and are basically just the 10th team in the league, meaning they are a filler team. When Staten Island joined to become the 9th club as an expansion team this year, needed a 10th team to balance the 2 5-team divisions. So instead of having a Road Warriors type of team, Lexington added the Wild Health Genomes as a filler team and scheduled to be replaced by Hagerstown, Maryland in 2024, as they're waiting to build a stadium there before the franchise can operate in town. But Kentucky going to play a couple of seasons kind of in limbo while Hagerstown gets its thing together and joins this league in a couple years down the road. Low for a ball. Count 2 balls and a strike. Shaw, the Kentucky first baseman. 2-1 pitch to him. Rain is stopped. Looks like. That missed low and inside. Sends the count to 3 balls and a strike. Fans ran for shelter. I see them kind of working their way back down toward their seats after that brief shower. That's hit pretty good to right center field. That's off the wall at the Moss Realty sign. Tracked down by Rodriguez in center field, but on to second base with a double is Shaw. So Yuri Perez comes up wearing number 18. Not number 0 as we had on our lineup card, but that is him. MLB experience for Yuri, hitting .408. Limited games, but off to a good start nonetheless. 5 driven in, 1 stolen base. Behind the plate today, he's a right-handed hitter. Bats with 2 out, 1 on, 2 in, 2-0 Kentucky over Gastonia. Low and away for a ball. Count 1, ball and no strikes. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at Wild Health Field in Lexington, Kentucky against the Wild Health Genomes. Voice of the Honey Hunters, Brian Rushing's got the call for you. On the Honey Hunters Radio Network, www.gohoneyhunters.com, 1450 AM, 101.1 FM. WGNC Gastonia Charlotte on the TuneIn app. I'll be back with you next Saturday and Sunday Team back in town Friday for a 3-game series against Lexington to close out the regular season. And I will be there with you Saturday and Sunday afternoon. 2 balls, no strikes to the catcher, Perez. Three balls and no strikes. Here's the pitch. Took a strike at the knees. Sends the count to 3-1. So Kentucky has struck first with a home run ball. 3-1 to Perez, chopped foul. Count goes foul pitch. 13 games left. Gastonia's magic number is 7 to clinch the second half division title, giving them wire-to-wire finishes, winning the first half and the second half. Here's the pitch. Third base, hit the bag, picked up over there by Roman. One hopping safe. And Castro might have collided with the base runner. Trainer out to look at him. Goose Gazzo, Anna McGraw of Gastonia going to come out and look at him. Give Perez a base hit. Shaw stayed put at second. Roman looked him back. When that ball hit the bag and caromed off right into Roman, it might have thrown him off just a hair, enough that it allowed Perez to get down there safely. The throw wasn't great. It was in the dirt, but Castro was able to one-hop it. But as he tried to one-hop it, I think he got in the way of the base runner. Don't know what got him. Hard to tell from here. But everybody over looking at him. So we shall see if he can play on or not. Get gassed up with the Honey Hunters as they make their way toward the 2022 Atlanta League playoffs. Game 1 at Caramont Health Park, September 20th. Get your tickets by calling 704-874-1810. That is 704-874-1810. Playoff games here in Gastonia, Tuesday, September the 20th. And Wednesday, September the 21st. Looks like Castro may be exiting the game. So let's see what happens here. Team walking off with him. Don't know for sure that's the case. Goose Gazzo and Anna McGraw walking off the field. Back toward the dugout. He's got his lineup card out, so that may mean that Castro's day is done, albeit in quick fashion. So we're going to have some changes defensively, it looks like. So we do have a new first baseman. Jake Skoll becomes the new first baseman. It's going to take some warm-up tosses. So let's get out the eraser on the defensive chart. Erase Castro, pencil in Jake Skoll. Have not seen him play first base this year. but he will do it today in Castro's stead. And I assume that means that Jake will hit in Castro's spot in the lineup, which will be 6th in the order. And Felix P.A. should be the next hitter as all this gets sorted out. We'll reset it here in a second. Got to give Salter some additional warm-up tosses after the delay in action. And so we should be set to resume play. So we've had rain, had an injury, all in 1/2 inning this afternoon. So here is Felix P.A. MLB experience, hitting .249, 11 home runs, 41 RBI, and 5 stolen bases. First pitch he takes is a strike. And the count is 0-1. So 2 in, 2 on, 2 out. Top of the first, just underway. Had a couple delays in this inning, but back to action now. Paredes homered. Shaw doubled. He's at second. Perez just beat out that throw that Castro was injured on. He's at first base. P.A. hits it over the second baseman's head into right field. Going to hold the runner at third. And the bases will be full now for the catcher, Austin Rye. So after the home run given up by Salter, Davis struck out, but 3 straight hits since then have loaded the bases. That is the 5th hit this inning given up by Matt Salter, who makes his Gastonia debut today, coming over from Staten Island. Austin Rye, the center fielder, hitting .320, 4 home runs, 19 driven in with 1 stolen base. Chance to extend this lead here with a base hit, but he's going to pop it up to right field, over toward the line. Here comes Jarrett, sliding, trying foul territory here in the Kentucky bullpen. Good effort. Count will be 0-1. No balls and a strike. Bases full of genomes. Wild Health, by the way, would be equivalent to our Caramont Health, Atrium Health, Novant Health, those type folks in this area. In there for a strike, 0-2 is the count. That is the healthcare provider of choice, I suppose, in the Lexington area, Eastern Kentucky. 0-2 pitch leaned out over to third, down to second, forcing out the runner. PA forced out 5-4 on the Rye fielder's choice to end the top of the first inning, but 2-run homer by Paredes gives Kentucky the early 2-0 lead as Gastonia comes to bat in the bottom half of the inning. We'll tell you about that after we break for these words on the Honey Hunters Radio Network.
Looking for a new career? Want to make an upwards of $40,000 a year? Want to work a schedule that fits your lifestyle? Want to do it all from the front seat of your car? I thought I had your attention. Domino's is hiring. If you want to cash in on a new opportunity, log on to jobs.domino's.com. That's jobs.domino's.com. The Gas House Bar and Grill is the place to find a broad palette of menu items that you won't find anywhere else at Caramont Health Park. Burgers? Got it. Pulled pork nachos. Check. How about jerk chicken sandwiches? Uh-huh. We got that too. Oh, and fried plantains? Of course we do. The Gas House Bar and Grill is a world tour for the taste buds, nightly at Caramont Health Park. We'll see you at the Gas House Bar and Grill. Whether you're stuck in traffic after a long day at work or working through a 10-game road trip, nothing feels as good as being home. If you're looking to enter the marketplace as a buyer or a seller, Moss Realty has a proven history of results with professionals that operate in the highest spirit of ethical conduct. Let them work for you. Call 704-865-5555 and find out how Moss Realty gets it done. 704-865-5555, Moss Realty.
Bottom one in Gastonia, 2-0 Kentucky. Hurley Rodriguez back with the club, leading off, followed by Hampton and Rosa. Out of Venezuela, hitting .259, 5 home runs, 24 driven in, 18 stolen bases. Earlier this season, he collected those statistics, left for Mexico, the league down there, but is back for Gastonia. A welcome addition to this club, making a playoff run now. First pitch to him, strike at the knees, and the count is 0-1. Pitch to Rodriguez, misses low. 1 ball and 1 strike. Hit on the ground, over to second to Becker, throws to first. 1 out, 4-3 put out, brings up Reese Hampton. Hampton out of Charlotte, left field today, left-handed hitter. .263 average, 8 home runs, 39 driven in, 55 stolen bases. Stands in with Gastonia trailing here early, 2-0, 2-run homer, first inning. By Perez. Pitch in there, a strike. And the count is 0-1. .01, looped into right field over the second baseman's head for a base hit. So Hampton aboard, first hit today for Gastonia, brings up Joseph Rosa. At shortstop today, Jack Reinheimer gets the day off. Rosa, a Ballpark Digest midseason All-Star. In the top 10 in quite a few offensive categories. .314 hitter. Been up around that all year long. 19 home runs, 83 driven in, 13 stolen bases. He was April's Player of the Month in that 2-week month to get things going, and got off to a good start then and really hadn't let up at all. Been up above 300 all season long. Throw over to first base, check the runner back, Hampton. Hampton leads the league in stolen bases. Here's the Beggs pitch. Missed. Hampton's got a lead. Let's see if he takes off. Did not have a stolen base last night. Checking back again, he's in there underneath the tag. Shaw over there at first base. Going, Hit and run was on. Pulled it to right field. He's going to take off and go to third, looking, but will stay put there. Hit and run, Rosa singles. Hampton gets around to third. That brings up Zach Jarrett. Zach not in the lineup last night. Out of Hickory, North Carolina. Played for the Charlotte 49ers. He's up above 300 now, 301. 18 home runs, 73 RBI, and 29 stolen bases. Right-handed hitter. July's player of the month in the Atlantic League. And oh yeah, his dad's jail Jarrett. Grandfather Ned Jarrett of NASCAR fame. 1 ball and no strikes to Zach Jarrett. Pitch to him from Beggs. Offered. Little half swing, check swing. It was a strike and the count's even. 1-1. So runners on the corners, first and third, one away. Gastonia trails at 2-0, but a chance to get some of that back here. Going to go to first base and check Rosa back to the bag. Here's the pitch, runner taking off. Throw will not be made. Now he's going to go back. Ball was in the dirt. Perez popped up. I was watching him, and when I looked back over to right field, or on the right side of the infield, Rosa was making his way back to the bag. 2 balls, 1 strike to Jarrett. Here's the pitch to him, swung on and missed. Evens the count up at 2-2. Everybody's making their way back to their seats. A little brief shower, come and gone, but could be more later. We'll have to just watch it and see. That one popped up on us pretty unexpected. One of those that, you know, you don't see dark clouds. It just all of a sudden starts raining. Life in the South, huh? 2 balls and 2 strikes to Zach Jarrett. Chance to knock in a run or so with a base hit. Here's the pitch. Runner taking off. Throw down to second. Runner's going to come home. That is Hampton, and he will be in there safely. Beautiful slide by Reese Hampton. So they tried to get Rosa, and as soon as Perez threw the ball to try to get Rosa, Hampton, all his speed, took off and had a beautiful slide just right behind the catcher. Count will be 3-2 full to Jarrett with 1 run in, 2-1. Gastonia's on the board. Payoff pitch, got a piece of it, we'll do it again. So we're going to call that a double steal. Write that down then. So Jarrett awaits the payoff pitch. Runner down at second is Joseph Rosa. Hampton just in to score. Gastonia gets one of those runs back here in the next half inning. Jarrett hits it to right field, but right at Paredes. And there will be 2 out in the inning. For Luis Roman, the Roman candle. Out of Ponce, Puerto Rico. Hitting .272, 14 home runs, 67 driven in with 19 stolen bases. playing third base today. Rosa still down at second base. Singled and then stole a base. And as he did, that allowed Hampton to come home and score. Pitch on the outside corner is a strike. And Ramon is ready to go. Begg stares in. He's got the sign. Kicks and delivers. Popped up. Right field. Paredes back near the Esquire Hotel sign at the track. Makes the play. That'll end the inning on the F9. But Gastonia gets a run back. They trail it 2-1 as we go to the second inning. Back after this on the Honey Hunters Radio Network.
Don't miss out on all the action at Caramont Health Park this summer. Get your tickets for every Honey Hunters home game by calling 704-874-1810 or log on to www.gohoneyhunters.com/tickets to reserve your spot this season. That number again, 704-874-1810. Gastonia Honey Hunters Baseball, 704-874-1810. Don't miss out on all the action at Caramont Health Park this season. Log on to www.gohoneyhunters.com/tickets to reserve your spot all summer long. That's gohoneyhunters.com/tickets. Find out where your Honey Hunters are playing all season long at www.gohoneyhunters.com. Ticket information, www.gohoneyhunters.com. If you're looking for the latest game day fashion or wanting to bring a group to Caramont Health Park, GoHoneyHunters.com. Your online home for the Gastonia Honey Hunters is GoHoneyHunters.com. That's www.GoHoneyHunters.com.
This is Sam Bordner of the Gastonia Honey Hunters, and you are listening to the Honey Hunters Radio Network.
Hey, this is Brady Salisbury, and you're listening to the Honey Hunters Radio Network.
Yes, this is the Honey Hunters Radio Network. You heard it twice, 3 times now. Top of the second, hitters 9, 1, and 2, Melbauer, Becker, and Johns. Clayton batting .224, 4 home runs, 20 RBI, and 14 stolen bases. First pitch in there is a strike. 0-1 misses, 1 ball and 1 strike. Got a change on the lineup card. Rye is behind the plate. And Perez is in center field. Is that correct? Okay. All right. Make that change. Again, glad we got a pencil up here in the press box. Count 1 and 2 to Melbauer. Now, do we have the numbers right? Is Perez wearing 0? He's not. He's wearing 18? Okay. So we had that before we got the other. So our visiting lineup card was not totally correct. 3-2 pitch, swung on. Down on strikes goes Melbauer. That is the 3rd strikeout today for Matt Salter. Back up top of the order for Luke Becker. Becker singled. Came home on the two-run Perez home run in the top of the first inning. Becker ninth in the league in home runs at 19. Third in runs scored at 92. Fifth in RBI at 83. So he's among some leaders in some offensive categories, as is our own Joseph Rosa. The 0-1 pitch to him. Miss high. Count 1-1. Salter, 1-1, swung on and missed. 1-2. Salter played at Furman, was signed by San Francisco in 2016. 2019, he was at AA Akron in the Cleveland organization. Pitch, pulled it, sliced it rather, foul toward the rocking chair seats. Last year played in Franklin, Wisconsin in a AA independent league. He was 3-8, 4.74 ERA with 94 strikeouts. Coming over to Gastonia this year from Staten Island. Hit on the ground, right to Jake Skull, the first baseman, after Castro got hurt, and that is a 3 unassisted, 2 out for Gavin Johns. John struck out in the first inning. John's a rookie. Played at Tennessee Tech. Little bouncing ball, and Rosa can't come up with it. Just right by his glove. Must have took his eye off of it or something. That's a routine play. See how we roll that one. But the rookie from Tennessee Tech is on base. Call that an E6. But John's aboard nonetheless for Jimmy Perez. Had the 2-run homer 1 inning ago that gave them the 2-0 lead. Gastonia has since have that with a run, and it's 2-1. Salter making his Gastonia debut, but not a stranger to this league. Played for the Ferry Hawks of Staten Island, the balance of the season. Count 0-1. Perez signed by the Yankees in 2007. Played with a bunch of major league clubs. Houston, Baltimore, Kansas City, Toronto, and Philadelphia. Last year was at Charleston here in the Atlantic League. Career .251 hitter in the MLB ranks, 100 driven in and 21 home runs. Count is 0-1 to him. Here's the pitch, sliced it again. Count should be 0-2. Perez had a couple of hits last night in his 4 at-bats. But he's behind in the count now, 0-2. Back to first base, check the runner. No balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. In the dirt for a ball. Runner's going to take off and go to second base and slide in there safely. And he's down to second. the rookie Johns. Goes as a wild pitch, which advances Johns down to second. Count 1-2 to Perez. Top of the hour. This is WGNC 1450 AM, 101.1 FM, Gastonia, Charlotte. On the Honey Hunters Radio Network, streaming at www.gohoneyhunters.com. Count remains 1-2. He stayed alive. But there are 2 out in the inning. Johns aboard on the E6. Down to second on the wild pitch by Matt Salter. Looks back at the base runner. Pitch at the plate. Hit to center field. Let's see. Is he going to stay in? Rodriguez back there. Drifting. Makes the play to end the inning. And Kentucky strands one at the top of the second. Back after this for the bottom of the inning on the Honey Hunters Radio Network.
Don't miss out on all the action at Caramount Health Park this summer. Get your tickets for every Honey Hunters home game by calling 704-874-1810 or log on to www.gohoneyhunters.com/tickets to reserve your spot this season. That number again, 704-874-1810. Gastonia Honey Hunters Baseball, 704-874-1810. Don't miss out.
Being first, the beginning of the line. So many people work so hard to be number one. But at Caramount Health, you don't have to struggle to be first. We prioritize you. Our award-winning teams use advanced treatments to serve you. We deliver the compassion and quality you deserve, always growing, building, and innovating for your care, your health, your life. Caramount Health. Care first.
This is Jake Skoll of the Gastonia Honey Hunters, Zach Jarrett and Reese Hampton's best friend. You're listening to the Gastonia Honey Hunters Radio Network.
Bottom 2 in Gastonia. We have a score of 2-1. Kentucky, the Wild Health Genomes from Lexington, Kentucky. Begg continues his warm-up tosses. And it should be Skoll, Tapia, and Levy. 6, 7, 8. Batting here in the bottom of the second inning. Throw down to second base, and we will be ready to go here. Here comes Jake Skoll. Was not supposed to be in the lineup today. But when Castro got in a collision with a base runner in the top of the first inning, Jake came in defensively and will hit in Castro's spot, the 6th hole, and play a position I've not seen him play, which is first base. A couple different places in the outfield this year. He's DH'd. First pitch in there is a ball. 1-0. Jake out of Woodstock, Georgia, metro Atlanta area, hitting .256 with 21 home runs, 50 RBI, and 25 stolen bases. Becomes the first player in league history with back-to-back 20 seasons of home runs and stolen bases. Count 1-2 to Jake. So congratulations for that accomplishment. 2 years in a row, he has hit 20 home runs or more. And 2 years in a row, he has stolen 20 bases or more. And that is a first in the Atlantic League of Professional Baseball. In the dirt for a ball. And the count is evened up at 2-2. So Kentucky's still in the wild card race. 2.5 games out of it. But if we assume Lancaster is going to win the division, they got a 4-game lead on Southern Maryland, then they would be in, And the wild card race would be between High Point and Kentucky. And so, therefore, Kentucky would be 2.5 games behind High Point in the wild card standings. Deep in the hole at second, throw not in time. Jake Skoll beats out a ground ball. Deep at second, good play by Becker, but could not get the speedy Jake Skoll. Here's Emmanuel Tapia with the new walk-up music. If you've heard of Timmy Trumpet, that's kind of what it sounds like. Out of Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic, 281 hitter, 15 home runs, 65 driven in with 6 stolen bases. Here's the Beggs pitch, low for a ball. Count 1-0. Tapia, a first baseman by trade as well, DHing today. I guess he could have gone to first base and Skoll could have DH'd, but not the way Goose Gazzo adjusted his lineup card with Castro's unfortunate injury. Throw back to first base, checking Skoll. A candidate to run. Won't go this time. Tapia hits it deep, part of the park, but Perez over there near the Belmont Abbey sign. Left field would have been up on Long Avenue, but that's a deep part of the park over there. 400 plus. Just a fly ball out for Stuart Levy, the catcher. So Kentucky with some meaningful games to play. A win today over Gastonia would help them tremendously. Then a couple of wins at their place next week would help them even more. But High Point would be in if the season ended yesterday. And High Point has played much better against Gastonia than they did early in the season. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Pulled it, foul, toward the dugout. And the count is 0-2. Southern Maryland had the best record in the league for a good portion of the first half. Gastonia has overtaken them with that month of July, where Gastonia went 22-5 over the month. Count 0-2. Stuart Levy, Little Rock, Arkansas. Pig Suey, averaging .221, 5 home runs, 6 RBI, 1 stolen base. Check Skoll back again underneath the tag. Gastonia played Kentucky early in the season, a 3-game series, the second week of the season. Runner going and throw down to second base will be in time. Got him, caught stealing. 2-4. Two out in the inning. Count 1-2 to Levy. So did not play him between April 28th and June 28th. Went the entire month of May and practically the entire month of June before they saw him again. Saw him in July, second week of July at Kentucky, and they're just now seeing him again here in September, early September. Count 2 balls and 2 strikes. Swept the early season series here. lost 2 out of 3 at Kentucky. Swept a series at Kentucky in July, and this series is 1-1. Hit the center field. Perez turning it around, making the play. That'll end the inning. Nothing doing for Gastonia. 2-1 the score. Back after this on the Honey Hunters Radio Network.
Online education is better with us. At Belmont Abbey College, we offer quality, affordable online degrees that fit your life and your budget. We're better because with us, our faith foundation drives all we do. We care about every student. We instill every degree with excellence and virtue. Plus, we're local, personal, and ready to help you thrive. Experience the Abbey difference. Get the better online degree with Belmont Abbey College. Register today, and you could win dinner for 2 on us. Visit GoHoneyHunters.com/Belmont Abbey to learn more.
Being first, the beginning of the line. So many people work so hard to be number one. But at Caramount Health, you don't have to struggle to be first. We prioritize you. Our award-winning teams use advanced treatments to serve you. We deliver the compassion and quality you deserve, always growing, building, and innovating for your care, your health, your life. Caramount Health. Care first.
This is Sam Bordner of the Gastonia Honey Hunters, and you are listening to the Honey Hunters Radio Network.
Top 3 at Caramount Health Park on this Sunday afternoon. Labor Day holiday weekend. Hope you've got the day off tomorrow. I sure do. Davis, Shaw, and Perez, middle third up this inning for the Wild Health Genomes. Wrapping up a 3-game series today. And the last time these two teams will meet in the regular season in 2022. Are complete. Throw down to second base around the horn. And here comes Chris Davis. Day for him yesterday, struck out 4 times before in the 9th inning. Davis, a right-handed hitter. Played at Cal State Fullerton. Traditional baseball powerhouse in that state. Popped him up, first pitch. Skull behind the bag at first. Makes the play. 1 pitch, 1 out. Now Chris Shaw doubled. First time up today. Shaw out of Boston College. Chestnut Hills, Mass. Left-handed hitter. The Beggs pitch. Strike at the knees. 0-1. Drafted twice. 26th round by the Mets in 2012. Upped his stock to a first-round selection by 2015, and the Giants took him. Big league debut with the Mets, August 31st, 2018 against the Giants. He was in Long Island last year, hit right to Skull, 3 unassisted, 2 out in the inning. Center fielder Yuri Perez. And we made the change on that. Had it wrong on the card that we were given. Thought he had him behind the plate, but instead he was in center field, and Rye was in center field. So Yuri Perez singled, first inning. Pitch to him, low for a ball. Count 1-0. Here's Beggs. Check that Salters 1-0 pitch. Missed in there. Count 1-0. 2-0. Takes a strike. Count goes 2 balls and 1 strike. Two quick outs. Hit to the gap in right center field. Up and off the wall. Tracked down by Hurley Rodriguez. Not before Perez doubles. And he is 2 for 2 on the afternoon. Now Felix P.A. will hit with 2 out and a man at second base. Left-handed hitter. Played for the Washington Huskies collegiately. Pitch to him. Low for a ball. Drafted twice, 38th round Minnesota 2012, 3rd round Boston 2015. Looks back at second, does Salter. Pitch pulled, foul. Spent 2019 with AA Portland in the Boston franchise organization. Last year, AA Amarillo with Arizona. One ball and 1 strike. Pitch to him, thought about it. Did he offer? No. Count 2 balls and 1 strike. Salter looks back at second a couple of times. Delivers. Low for a ball. Count 3-1. Kentucky hits as a group 266, 3rd best in the league. 148 home runs, 25 triples, 101 stolen bases. Pitch hit on the ground by Jake Skoll into right field. Runner will hold at 3rd. There'll be runners on the corners, 1st and 3rd for Austin Rye. Get into a fielder's choice to end the 1st inning. RBI opportunity here for him with Perez at 3rd base. Runners on 1st and 3rd base. Pitch a strike. 0-1. Here's Here's the Soldier pitch, swung on, low and away in the zone, and the count is 0-2 to the Kentucky center fielder. Salter's ready. Here's the pitch. Swung on. Got him. That'll end the inning. Kentucky strands a couple on the corners. Still lead at 2-1. Back after this on the Honey Hunters Radio Network.
What could be better this summer than a Honey Hunters baseball season? The crack of the bat, the pop of the mitt, the smell of fresh cut. Hey guys, stop. We have turf here at the ballpark. Let's try this again. The smell of fresh cut. Domino's Pizza. Sold nightly here at Caramont Health Park. The Gastonia Honey Hunters and Domino's Pizza. A winning combination.
Online education is better with us. At Belmont Abbey College, we offer quality, affordable online degrees that fit your life and your budget. We're better because with us, our faith foundation drives all we do. We care about every student. We instill every degree with some virtue. Plus, we're local, personal, and ready to help you thrive. Experience the Abbey difference. Get the better online degree with Belmont Abbey College. Register today, and you can win dinner for two on us. Visit GoHoneyHunters.com/Belmont Abbey to learn more.
If coming to a Honey Hunters game is good, then coming to a game as a group is better. If you're a school, church, or civic organization looking for a great time together, call 704-874-1810 and ask about a group package. The number again is 704-874-1810. Ask about our picnic options that include hot dogs, sliders, and pulled pork. 704-874-1810. Honey Hunters Baseball. Better with friends.
Hey, this is Brady Salisbury, and you're listening to the Honey Hunters Radio Network.
Back at Caramont Hill Park on a Sunday afternoon of this holiday weekend. 9-1-2 for Gastonia. Smith, Rodriguez, and Hampton against Dustin Beggs. Here's Jalen Smith, the second baseman, in the lineup on this Sunday afternoon. Out of Decatur, Georgia, suburban Atlanta, hitting .233, pulls that one foul, 2 homers, 11 driven in, and 8 stolen bases. Nothing and 1 the count to Smith. Took a strike. Count quickly 0-2. Gastonia hitting .271, tied for second best in the league of average. 1 hopper over to third, throws to first in time. 5-3 put out. Nice play by Melbauer. Gastonia with 140 home runs, 25 triples, 277 stolen bases, which broke a league record of 265 set by Somerset, the Patriots, who had 265 in 2000. That record held for 20-something years until this year. Cole Freeman was the man that got number 266 up at Charleston, West Virginia a week ago Wednesday. Jarrett tied it at 265. Freeman broke it at 266, and they're already up to 277 since then. 0-1 to Hurley Rodriguez. Back with the club. Stint in Mexico mid-season. Signed by Philadelphia 2011. the 0-2 to him. Hit on the ground to second. There's Becker. Throws out Hurley. 2 out in the inning on 2 ground balls. Brings up Reese Hampton. Singled. Came home on a double steal with a nice nifty slide. Just slid right behind and by the catcher Rye without a tag even being made. Hampton played for the Charlotte 49ers in his hometown. Detroit picked him in the 12th round in 2018. He was with 5 teams in the Detroit organization, 2018-2019. Played here in Gastonia last year where he hit .360. Drove in 27, 10 home runs, and 10 stolen bases in the dirt for a ball. Count evened up at 1-1. Waits the Beggs pitch. There it is, hit on the ground, right to the first baseman. Shaw takes it himself, 3 unassisted. So in order go the Honey Hunters in the 3rd inning. Still trailing it, 2-1. Back after this on the Honey Hunters Radio Network.
Folks, it's been the thrill of a lifetime to bring professional baseball back to the airwaves of Gaston County. As a lifelong supporter of Gastonia baseball, I understood at an early age how important it was to hear the game when I couldn't be at the game. And with the advent of internet streaming now, Gastonia Honey Hunters games have even more import within the community. It also provides a great opportunity to get your message out to the Gaston County community. If advertising with the Honey Hunters is something that interests you, give me a call at 704-874-1810 and inquire about advertising with the Gastonia Honey Hunters. The number again, 704-874-1810. The Honey Hunters Radio Network, your hometown team. Thank you for supporting Gastonia baseball. What could be better this summer than a Honey Hunters baseball season? The crack of the bat, the pop of the mitt, the smell of fresh cut. Hey guys, stop. We have turf here at the ballpark. Let's try this again. The smell of fresh cut. Domino's Pizza. Sold nightly here at Caramont Health Park. The Gastonia Honey Hunters and Domino's Pizza. A winning combination.
Top 4. Kentucky leads Gastonia 2-1. Game 3 of this series. Last time these teams will meet in the regular season in 2022. Gastonia has already won the season series, looking to win this last individual 3-game series. Melbauer, Becker, Johns, 9-1 and 2. Here in the top of the 4th inning. Melbauer struck out in the 2nd. Second time up in the order today. He's also a rookie out of Bellarmine University. 5 years of collegiate ball there, where he hit .280, knocked in 94 runs, and had 17 home runs for Bellarmine University. Heading to count quickly, 2-0. Takes a strike. Salter battles back, sends the count 2-1. Kentucky above 500 in the first half at 35 and 31, but they were still 10 games behind Gastonia. Melbauer swings and misses. Count evened up 2-2. have played well enough in both halves to still be in the wild card chase. Hit to center field for a base hit. So he is aboard to lead off the fourth inning. Back around for Becker, who is 1 for 2. So leadoff hit for Melbauer brings Becker to the plate. Played there in Lexington for the Kentucky Wildcats. First pitch to him. Hit by the second baseman to right field for a base hit. And they're 2 on with nobody out for Gavin Johns. Struck out, got aboard on an error in the second inning. Bats here with nobody out, 2 on in the top of the fourth. Squares to bunt, pulls it back. It's a ball. Count 1-0. So chance here for Kentucky to extend their 2-1 lead a bit. Squares to bunt again. Offers. Takes a strike and it's 1-1. Gastonia pitching, outstanding. The only sub-4 ERA team in the league, 3.93. Bunted successfully this time, picked up by the pitcher across to first base. Sack bunt, advances Melbauer to third, Becker to second. 1-3 put out for Jimmy Perez. 2-run homer. The 2 runs we have on the board as we speak. Low in the dirt for a ball. Correction, that was a 1-4 sack put out. Smith got over there because Skull was charging on the bunt. That's out of play. So runners at second and third. One ball, one strike to the Kentucky right fielder. Low and inside. Count goes 2-1. Those pitching numbers are outstanding. They're tied with Lancaster for the fewest hits allowed at 883. They've got the lowest whip at 131, the lowest average against at 234, and they lead the league in saves. And coming into today, had 978 strikeouts, second best, only to Lancaster. Foul at the plate. Count will be full at 3-2. Count will be full. Payoff pitch. 1 out, but 2 on at second and third. Shakes off a sign, nods that he likes this one, and it's low for a ball, and he walked him. So base is full. Second time today that Salter has loaded the bases in his Gastonia debut since coming over from Staten Island at the trade deadline. Chris Davis, 0 for 2 today. Struck out 4 times yesterday. Here comes Reggie Harris, talk to his pitcher. But Davis drafted twice, in 06 by Washington in the 29th round, 09 by Milwaukee in the 7th round, and he did debut with Milwaukee April 1st, 2013 versus Colorado. Spent last year in Oakland with the A's. He is a career .242 hitter, 590 RBI, and 221 home runs. Meeting is over, just a social call. Try to see what's going on with Salter. Giving up 9 hits now, but just the 2 runs, and that was on a 1 swing of the bat by Perez. But he's in a jam here. Popped him up, back out of play. In a jam with a big league home run hitter. Davis led the league in home runs 1 year in professional baseball. Here's the 0-1. Missed. Count a ball and a strike. Here's the pitch. Hit on the ground. Over to third, across to second, 1 there to first. That is an inning-ending double play. 5-4-3. Ends the jam. Gastonia gets out of it. Still trails at 2-1, but it could have been worse. Back after this on the Honey Hunters Radio Network.
GSM Services helps people live better through improved comfort, health, and energy efficiency. GSM Services provides high-quality home and commercial improvement services. They offer services for heating and cooling, energy audits, duct and dryer vent cleaning, attic insulation, crawl space solutions, generators, commercial roofing, and HVAC, indoor air cleaning products, and much, much more. GSM has been taking care of their customers' comfort since 1927. This unmatched experience has led them to build reliable processes to serve you and offer guidance to help you choose the right options for your home business comfort needs. Call 1-800-NEW-COOL or visit GSM-since-1927.com to talk to someone about the comfort issues you have in your home. GSM is a proud sponsor of your Gastonia Honey Hunters. Call 1-800-NEW-COOL or visit GSM-since-1927.com. Go Honey Hunters! Since 1927, GSM Services has been the experts for providing services and finding solutions for issues such as heating and cooling, hot, cold, or drafty rooms, high utility bills, nasty crawl spaces, attic insulation, duct and dryer vent cleanings, indoor air quality, and much more. GSM Services, your one-stop shop for all comfort issues in your home. GSM offers 100% satisfaction guaranteed and right now they're offering a free home energy audit. So if you're having any issues in your home or office, know that you can always trust leaving your comfort to GSM. Call 1-800-NEW-COOL or visit GSMsince1927.com to talk to someone about any comfort issues you're having in your home. GSM is a proud sponsor of your Gastonia Honey Hunters.
Okay, bottom four, as Dustin Beggs was making his warm-up tosses, he motioned toward the dugout. They came out and checked him out, and apparently he hurt himself, so we have made a change. Beggs' day is done. Beggs worked 3 innings. 1 run, 3 hits, no walks, no strikeouts. So the new pitcher for Kentucky, Nate Peden, right-handed pitcher, 6'4", 170 pounds. So Peden in the lineup, and he will pitch the bottom of the 4th against Gastonia. Give him some extra warm-up tosses as he out there cold. He was not in the bullpen warming up. He came right off the bench out there. So, unfortunately for Dustin Beggs, he leaves the game before the required 5 innings of work, which means that's going to take the DH out of play in this experimental rule that the Atlantic League is using in 2022. Have not seen it a lot. Most of these guys can go 5, but have seen it a time or two. So that means the DH is taken out of action. That is Davis in the 4 spot. So we will see what happens when he comes back up. He made the last out, so it'll be an inning or so before we get back around to the DH spot. But we will see how Mark Minakazi handles that situation for his Wild Health Genomes. Rosa Jarrett Roman in this inning. Kentucky's pitching this year 7th best in ERA at 5.35. So toward the middle of the pack in the Atlantic League. And he's definitely taking some extra warm-up tosses. He's pitched 40 innings. ERA 6.42. 29 strikeouts this season. So Beggs can't win it, can't lose it at this point. But he did leave the game with a 2-1 advantage. Joseph Rosa singled and stole a base in the first inning. Rosa, 9th best in home runs at 19. 6th best in runs scored at 80. 5th best in average at 314. Takes a strike. 5th best in RBI at 83. 3rd best in triples at 7. 2nd best in doubles at 32. Hit down to short. To Johns, over and across. 1 pitch, 1 out for Zach Jarrett. Zach Jarrett, July's Player of the Month. In August, hit .330, 5 homers, and 25 driven in. In June, batted .338 with 12 RBI. And then won the Player of the Month in July. First pitch to him is a ball. 1-0. Hit the third. Melbauer backed up a little bit to make the play. Throws out Jarrett. So that's 2 pitches, 2 outs. It was a 1-0 count. Close. 3 pitches, 2 outs. Luis Roman. Flew out to right field first time up today. Had 5 RBI, a 2-run double, a 3-run homer up at Charleston week before last. Drove in 8 total runs in that series against the Dirty Birds. First pitch to him is a 1-0, becomes 2-0. Second pitch to him a ball. Slice back out of play. And the count is 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike to Luis Roman. Homered last night for the 10th time this season. Count is 2 balls and 2 strikes to the Puerto Rican. Got him to swing, got him to offer, and in order, go the Honey Hunters in the 4th. They still trail at 2-1 to the 5th. After these words from our sponsors, this is the Honey Hunters Radio Network.
Looking for a new career? Want to make an upwards of $40,000 a year? Want to work a schedule that fits your lifestyle? Want to do it all from the front seat of your car? I thought I had your attention. Domino's is hiring. If you want to cash in on a new opportunity, log on to jobs.domino's.com. That's jobs.domino's.com. Miss out on all the action at Caramont Health Park this summer. Get your tickets for every Honey Hunters home game by calling 704-874-1810 or log on to www.gohoneyhunters.com/tickets to reserve your spot this season. That number again, 704-874-1810. Gastonia Honey Hunters Baseball, 704-874-1810. Don't miss.
Top 5 on this Sunday afternoon, holiday weekend, Labor Day Monday, the official end to summer, allegedly. Appreciate all the working men and women of the United States of America. Warm-up tosses are complete. Throw down to second base, around the horn. And we will see Shaw, Perez, and PA. Here to begin the 5th inning. Against Salter, making his Gastonia debut today. League veteran. Came over from Staten Island. Count 1-0 to him. Low. Count 2-0. 1 for 2. Doubled in the first inning. That one's back out of play. Shaw struck out twice yesterday. Drew a walk. Ground out. Pop out. His arsenal from yesterday. Count goes to 3 balls and a strike to him. Hits it pretty good to right field. Let's see. That's going to be out of here. Yeah, Jarrett just turned around and looked. Hit it way up there on the berm. Solo shot makes it 3-1. Kentucky. And he's got a fan club down below him. He jacked it, no doubt about that one. And that one went to right field. A little bit further to right field than to left field. But that was what we've called this summer a no-doubter. That is his 17th home run of the season. That gives Kentucky 2 today. Total on the year is 149 home runs. Here's Yuri Perez. He's behind in the count. 0-2. Popped him up and out of play. Leaned out at short, behind the bag, spinning and throwing to first base, but not in time, was Joseph Rosa. Perez beats out the ground ball for a single here in the 5th inning. Following that home run by Shaw that went up the berm toward Trenton Avenue. Now Felix P.A. That is hit number 11, Kevin, MLB Stats tells me. And by the way, happy birthday to Kevin's son, Landon. He is 8 years old today. Dad's at the ballpark. He'll be home soon. But happy birthday, young Landon of Dallas, North Carolina. 1-0 pitch, leaned out, deep at second. Smith over, throws in time. 4-3, advances Perez down to second for Austin Rye. So PA thrown out 4-3. This is Austin Rye. Struck out his last time up in the 3rd inning. Low for a ball. 1-0. Last year he was in Amarillo, AA Arizona Farm Club. Before COVID, 2019, he was in Portland AA with Boston. farm team there. And he played out there collegiately in Washington for the Huskies. 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the Salter pitch. Low and away. Count 2 balls and 1 strike. Two balls and a strike to Austin Rye, center fielder today. Did we determine that, or we switch them up? Perez is center field. Rye's behind the plate. We had that wrong on the lineup card earlier today, and I didn't change it over on this side of the book. There we go. 2 balls, 2 strikes. To the Kentucky receiver. Hit it to right field. Jarrett over near the Tyndall Ford sign. Off the wall. Run in. It's going to be a triple straight up. Throw off the mark. That'll make it 3-1 as Perez comes around and scores. Good hit by Rye. Right off the wall, straight away, right field. Triple RBI for the Wild Genome catcher. Brings up the third baseman, Melbauer. That is the 26th triple of the season for Kentucky. Here comes Goose Gazzo, and I think we'll see a change here. And if we do, the DH will be out of play for both these teams. He'll take the ball. That is it for Salter. Back with a new pitcher after these words from our sponsors. This is the Honey Hunters Radio Network.
Looking for a new career? Want to make an upwards of $40,000 a year? Want to work a schedule that fits your lifestyle? Want to do it all from the front seat of your car? I thought I had your attention. Domino's is hiring. If you want to cash in on a new opportunity, log on to jobs.domino's.com. That's jobs.domino's.com. Don't miss out on all the action at Caramount Health Park this summer. Get your tickets for every Honey Hunters home game by calling 704-874-1810 or log on to www.gohoneyhunters.com/tickets to reserve your spot this season. That number again, 704-874-1810. Gastonia Honey Hunters Baseball, 704-874-1810.
Salter's Gastonia debut didn't go probably like he would have liked it to have gone. He worked 4.1 innings, gave up all 4 runs on 12 hits, struck out 4, and he walked 1. New pitcher, Ezekiel Zabaleta. Both DHs out of play as neither pitcher worked the required 5 innings. So Zabaleta comes in with just 1 out in the 5th inning and a couple runs in on a solo home run by Shaw and an RBI triple by Rye. Zabaleta, right-handed pitcher, 6-footer, 175 pounds from Colombia, South America. To face Melbauer. 4-1, 4.13 ERA, 24 innings, 21 hits, 11 runs, 25 strikeouts, and 17 bases on ball. got away. 1-0. Runner at third base. Just knocked in the most recent run. Didn't get a good swing at that one. It's over into right field where Jarrett is. Runner is going to act like he's going to tag. Throw not cut off. He'd have been out. Skoll let it go. It's a good throw by Zach Jarrett to keep Rye at third base. So 2 out for Zabaleta. That run at third base still is on the book of Salter. Now Becker comes up. 2 hits, a couple of singles in between a ground out today. Becker played at Schaumburg, Illinois in the Frontier League last year. Popped it up to center field. Rodriguez underneath it. That ends the 5th inning, but not before. A couple more runs plated for Kentucky. They take a 4-1 lead into the bottom of the 5th here at Caramont Hill Park. Back after this is the Honey Hunters Radio Network.
What could be better this summer than a Honey Hunters baseball season? The crack of the bat, the pop of the mitt, the smell of fresh cut. Hey guys, stop. We have turf here at the ballpark. Let's try this again. The smell of fresh cut. Domino's Pizza. Sold nightly here at Caramont Health Park. The Gastonia Honey Hunters and Domino's Pizza. A winning combination. If coming to a Honey Hunters game is good, then coming to a game as a group is better. If you're a school, church, or civic organization looking for a great time together, call 704-874-1810 and ask about a group package. The number again is 704-874-1810. Ask about our picnic options that include hot dogs, sliders, and pulled pork. 704-874-1810. Honey Hunters Baseball. Better with friends.
This is Sam Bordner of the Gastonia Honey Hunters, and you are listening to the Honey Hunters Radio Network.
Bottom of the 5th inning. Derek Smith with you. Holiday weekend. Peden pitching this inning after Salter got hurt. Warming up to begin the bottom of the 4th. Peden came in and had a 1-2-3 inning, couple of ground outs and a strikeout. Skoll, Tapia, Levy, although Tapia is the DH, and that's out of play. So we'll see what happens after Skoll comes up and hits. Although I see Tapia out there. So this rule has been kind of here and there. Some games they've enforced that. Some games they haven't, and it's a little unclear on that. So we will see. Maybe there's something that we don't know in the rule book concerning this experimental scratch the DH if the starter doesn't go 5 innings. But we'll ask our expert, Kevin from MLB Stats, to check that out. Nothing in 1 the count. Strike to Skoll. Skoll singled. Swung on and didn't really mean to, but he did, and he's behind quickly. 0-2. Skoll, a former first-round pick. Texas, 2010. Here in Gastonia last summer. 271, 85 driven in, 23 home runs, and 30 stolen bases. Was at Frisco in the Texas chain in 2016, Trenton in the Mets chain in 2016 as well. And after that, played some football for Kirby Smart over at the University of Georgia, who I heard they won a ball game yesterday, pretty big. Slow ball, ground ball, first base. Shaw takes it himself. 3 unassisted, 1 out. And so here comes Tapia. So, I don't know about this. Because he is the DH. And, Beggs didn't go 5. We know that for sure. He went 3. I guess we'll wait and see when Kentucky comes back around, because supposedly they should have the DA out of the mix because their starter didn't go 5 innings. Or Gastonia starter didn't go 5 innings. Salter just got pulled last half. Swung on. Tapia behind. 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Emmanuel Tapia. Friday night, Tapia hit his 15th home run, his 13th double, and RBI 64 and 65 in that loss to these guys. One, 2. It's a ball. Count even. 2-2. Popped up to center field his first time up in the 2nd inning. Big home run cut. And down on strikes goes Emmanuel Tapia. 2 out for Stuart Levy. Gastonia here at home, 39-23. A game better on the road at 40-17. Kentucky, meanwhile, 22 at Wild Health Field. And they are 31-35 away from the Bluegrass State. Stuart Levy popped up to center as well, his first time up. That's popped up behind first base. Shaw over there, foul territory, makes the play, and a quick inning again for Peden. He's retired 6 in a row since he came in to start the 4th inning. Nothing doing for Gastonia, still trail at 4-1. This is the Honey Hunters Radio Network. We'll be right back after this.
Find out where your Honey Hunters are playing all season long at www.gohoneyhunters.com. Ticket information, www.gohoneyhunters.com. If you're looking for the latest game day fashion or wanting to bring a group to Caramount Health Park, gohoneyhunters.com. Your online home for the Gastonia Honey Hunters is gohoneyhunters.com. That's www.gohoneyhunters.com. your home for Gastonia Honey Hunters baseball. AM 1450, 101.1 FM, and streaming on the TuneIn app. WGNC.
All right, new pitcher for Gastonia, Sidney Dupre. Zabaleta worked 2/3 of an inning. No runs, no hits, no strikeouts, no walks. So Dupre becomes the third Gastonia pitcher of the afternoon to face Johns, Paredes, and the DH spot. So I got a clarification on that wacky rule that we use here in this league this year. If you don't go 5, starting pitcher, your DH is erased. But you get to use the DH in that inning. So Gastonia batted in the bottom half of the inning. And so when Salter was taken out at the top of the 5th inning, when Tapia's spot came up in the bottom of that same inning, he can hit. Now, when Davis comes up in this inning, he is gone because their pitcher was pulled in the 4th, or before the 4th, and we're now in the 5th going to the 6th. That makes any sense to you? Count 1 and 2 quickly to Johns. Had a sack bunt last time he was up. So to say if your pitcher doesn't go 5, you lose the DH is not exactly the rule. You've got to preface that a little bit and explain a little bit more about what the situations are. And I think we had that confusion one other time this summer when Colton Miller was here, stats guy from MLB, and we were unsure about it then too. But to be honest, Colton told me that there'd been some places where they just didn't use the rule, that they just ignored it. So, you know, it is what it is. It's an experimental rule. I guess some people like it and honor it. Some places they don't honor it. So here's Paredes, and there will be a pinch hitter, number 15. The pitcher is going to hit in that spot. Not a pinch hitter, but the pitcher is going to hit in that spot. Paredes behind on the count, 0-1. John struck out. So a pinch hitting pitcher. Count 1-1. Swung on and missed. One ball, 2 strikes to Paredes, who homered in the first inning. 2-run homer. Walked last time up. Leaned out, high chopper to Roman, who throws Paredes out 5-3. So here comes Nate Peden in the DH spot, which has been erased because his predecessor, Beggs, only went 3 innings. So got to remember, if your DH comes up in the same inning that your guy was pulled before the 5th, he can hit. Otherwise, he is done for the day. Quick strike to him. Hits it over to Rosa at short. Little half jog down there. In order. go the Wild Health Genomes in the 6th inning. Dupre comes in and gets them in order. 1, 2, 3. Gastonia still trails at 4-1. Back after this on the Honey Hunters Radio Network.
GSM Services helps people live better through improved comfort, health, and energy efficiency. GSM Services provides high-quality home and commercial improvement services. They offer services for heating and cooling, energy audits, duct and dryer vent.
Bottom 6, Gastonia still trails at 4-1. Hitters 9, 1, and 2 do. Smith, Rodriguez, and Hampton. Peden back out there. After hitting the DH spot and grounding out 6-3. He's worked 2 innings and retired 6 in a row. So here comes Jalen Smith to lead things off for Gastonia here in the middle innings. Held to just 3 hits and being out-hit 12-3. Played at Kennesaw State University in Atlanta. Takes a ball, 1-0. In the United Shore League this year. That's hit to left field. That's off the wall. He's going to round first, go to second. Here is the slide, and he will be out. So give him a single, and then thrown out at second base, 7-4. One away, but that is Gastonia's 4th hit of the afternoon. Now back up to Hurley Rodriguez. Hurley's grounded out twice to the second baseman. Just rejoined the club a week or so ago. He left us, went to the Mexican League, where he'd been last year. Pretty good numbers down there this year, mid-season, but he's back with us in Gastonia. First pitch to him is a strike. 0-1. Philadelphia signed him in 2011. (2017) AAA with the Phillies. 2018 AAA with Detroit. And then here in 2022 in Tabasco in the Mexican League this summer, hit .397 in 18 games. Yet they sent him back up our way. So we'll take that. He's behind in the count now, though, 1-2. If you look at Gastonia by the month, high for a ball. 8-1 in April. 15 and 10 in May. Began to take off in June, 17 and 9. Really got hot in July when the weather got hot. They were 22 and 5. But cooled off a little bit in August. 500 is not a slump, but they were 14 and 14 in the month of August. And now 1 and 2 in September. But High Point's played better in the second half against Gastonia. That's some of it. And there were a lot of meetings against High Point in August. I think we got one more with them. That's pulled foul by Rodriguez. They've only lost 3 straight 4 times. Had a 13-game winning streak, July 5th through the 20th. Won 10 straight, April 22nd through May 3rd. Won 9 straight, July 27th through August 5th. Count 3 and 2 full to Hurley Rodriguez. Walked him. So a 1-out walk to Rodriguez. Brings up Reese Hampton. Gastonia 4-0 in extra innings. 15 and 2 in 7 innings or less. They're 0 and 1 in 8-inning games. And they've seen 10 postponements due to weather here in 2022. Hampton singled, scored a run on a steal, double steal, first inning. That's the last time Gastonia crossed the plate. Hard to believe looking back at it now, but it seemed like it was not that far back. Nothing but 0 cents and just 4 hits. Check the runner back to first base, Rodriguez. Here's the Peden pitch, high and outside. Count 2 and 0. I mean, if 3 straight is your longest losing streak, you've been a pretty good ball club. You won 13, 10, and 9 on the other end. Pretty good as well. 1 ball, 1 strike. To the Charlottean. Played there in his hometown for the Charlotte 49ers. As did Zach Jarrett. That's back up against the fence. Count is 1 and 2. The speedy Hampton leads the league in stolen bases. 1 more today gives him 56 on the season. Reinheimer is second with 49. Jarrett in 7th place in the league with 29. Count 1 and 2 to him. Hampton and Reinheimer have stolen more bases together than 4 teams in the league. That's how prolific that has been. Counts even to him. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Hit it to second. Becker across the first. 4-3 put out, 2 out for Joseph Rosa. top hitter on the club for Gastonia from start to almost finish as we get down toward the end of the season. Just 13 games left. Gastonia's magic number is 7. If they were to come from behind and win today, that number would be down to 5 to clinch the second half division. It's always good when you start talking about the magic number. It means you're close. All right, out to talk to the pitcher, it looks like. He was warming up. And what are we going to do here? He was getting ready to face Rosa. Going to make a change with Rosa coming up. So we'll step aside, tell you about the new pitchers right after this. Word from our sponsors. This is the Honey Hunters Radio Network.
Don't miss out on all the action at Caramont Health Park this summer. Get your tickets for every Honey Hunters home game by calling 704-874-1810 or log on to www.gohoneyhunters.com/tickets to reserve your spot this season. That number again, 704-874-1810. Gastonia Honey Hunters Baseball, 704-874-1810. Don't miss out on all the action at Caramont Health Park this season. Log on to www.gohoneyhunters.com/tickets to reserve your spot all summer long. That's gohoneyhunters.com/tickets. GSM Services helps people live better through improved comfort, health, and energy efficiency. GSM Services provides high-quality home and commercial improvement services. They offer services for heating and cooling, energy audits, duct and dryer vent cleaning, attic insulation, crawl space solutions, generators, commercial roofing, and HVAC, indoor air cleaning products, and much, much more. GSM has been taking care of their customers' comfort since 1927. This unmatched experience has led them to build reliable processes to serve you and offer guidance to help you choose the right options for your home business comfort needs. Call 1-800-NEW-COOL or visit gsmsince1927.com to talk to someone about the comfort issues you have in your home. GSM is a proud sponsor of your Gastonia Honey Hunters. Call 1-800-NEW-COOL or visit gsmsince1927.com. Go Honey Hunters!
New pitcher Luis Guzman, lefty, 6'1", 180 pounds, takes over for Peden. Worked 2.2, gave up just 1 hit, no runs, a walk, 2 strikeouts, and retired the first 6 batters he faced when he came into the 4th inning after Begg seemed to have gotten hurt with his warm-up tosses. So Guzman in to face Rosa with 2 out, a man on here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Guzman 2-1. 2.72 ERA in 43 games. 39 innings, 31 hits, 14 runs given up. He struck out 44 batters, and he has walked 21. Got a foul in Atlanta. Braves beat the Marlins 7-1. Max Fried gets his 13th victory, 2022. So Guzman inherits a man at second base. First pitch to Rosa is a ball, 1-0. Guzman signed by Colorado in 2016. Went to low A Boise that same year with Colorado. Was with Charleston, West Virginia in this league last year. 3-0, 3.86 ERA and 46 strikeouts. Count 2-0 to Joseph Rosa. Looks back at second, does Guzman. A little bit of a hitch in his delivery. You see that, Kevin? Counts 2-1 to Rosa. Rosa signed by Seattle in 2016. 2019 with the West Virginia Power of the South Atlantic League, which now is the Charleston Dirty Birds of the Independent League. Our Independent League. They lost their affiliated team when MLB contracted the farm system a couple years back. So did Lexington, Kentucky. They were affiliated. And when they lost their affiliation, they became a member of the Atlantic League. And the Charleston Dirty Birds did not rebrand until this year. So last year, that team in Charleston was the West Virginia Power, only of the Atlantic League and not the Sally League anymore. Count 3-1 to Joseph Rosa. But Rosa last year was at AAA Tacoma, Single A Everett with Seattle. 253, 41 batted in, 9 home runs and 22 stolen bases. And why this guy's not gotten a look from somebody else is little head scratching. Having an outstanding year, great offensive numbers. But it's been mostly pitchers that have left this league. Struck him out. So Guzman comes in and does his job. Strikes out Rosa. To end the 6th inning, Gastonia still trails at 4-1 on this Sunday afternoon holiday weekend. Back after this is the Honey Hunters Radio Network.
Folks, do you find yourself lacking confidence in public places? Would you like to earn respect among your peers and be well received socially? I've got just the answer. The Honey Hunters Team Store is your source for all the best looking t-shirts, hats, and accessories for you, your kids, and even your dog. Look good, feel good, fan better. It's always drip season at the Honey Hunters Team Store at Caramont Health Park.
Being first, the beginning of the line. So many people work so hard to be number one. But at Caramont Health, you don't have to struggle to be first. We prioritize you. Our award-winning teams use advanced treatments to serve you. We deliver the compassion and quality you deserve, always growing, building, and innovating for your care, your health, your life. Caramont Health. Care first.
This is Sam Bordner of the Gastonia Honey Hunters, and you are listening to the Honey Hunters Radio Network.
That's got to be hard to do. On-field promotion. They're hitting ping pong balls with a miniature bat. I mean, you might as well be using a toothpick to try to do that. All right, Sidney Dupre back out for this inning. Worked a perfect 6th inning. Shaw, Perez, and PA here in the top of the seventh. We'll stretch in between innings. Seventh inning stretch here at Caramont Hill Park. So Sidney Dupre. Played at Caskia College. Pitch, high and away, 2-0. The Giants picked him in the 35th round in 2016 and 17 with their rookie and low A teams. Last year in the Puerto Rican Winter League, 1-3 record, 5.14 ERA, and 14 strikeouts. Here in Gastonia, threw it by him, and that will be ball 4. So a leadoff walk. Issued by Dupre to Shaw. Brings up Perez. Picked Dupre up from the Ogden Raptors in exchange for a second-round pick in the 2023 Atlantic League tryout. Perez, 3 for 3 today. A couple of singles, a double, and a run scored. Here's the 1-0 pitch, low and away for a ball, 2-0. Dupre started just one game in Ogden, had 5 shutout innings with 5 strikeouts and 2 walks. Runs the count to 3-0. Kevin tells me 7 straight balls pitched by Dupre after a perfect 6th inning. Off to a rocky start here in the 7th. Threw it by the catcher. And that will be another walk. So he's walked the 2 first men he's faced today. Here's Felix P.A. P.A. signed with Chicago in 2002. Debuted with Pittsburgh September 29, 2013 versus Cincinnati in the Mexican League, Dominican Winter League in 2020 and 2021. Career 246 hitter, 99 RBI, 17 home runs. Reggie Harris out to talk to Dupre. Walk 2 straight to begin the inning. This, like Salter, is Dupre's Gastonia debut. Salters didn't go real well. Now Dupre's afternoon is not being so dandy for him. Gave him some fresh chalk out there. There he throws a strike in there to PA. PA, couple of singles on the game. 0-1 the count. Runners at first and second. Kentucky leads it 4-1. Inside for a ball. Pitch got him to offer, chop one at the plate. Count 1-2. Dupre, 6'3", 230 from Puerto Rico. Hit down to second. Smith to short, across to first, not in time though. And then the ball gets by the first baseman, Jake Skoll. And Shaw comes around and scores, and it's now 5-1 Kentucky. So Perez retired at second, 4-6. And then PA gets to first base. And then on down, well, he stays at first base. Thought they'd given him the bag. Here comes Guscazzo, and Dupre's day will be shortened. As we've got a call to the bullpen. Tell you about the new pitcher right after this on the Honey Hunters Radio Network.
Online education is better with us. At Belmont Abbey College, we offer quality, affordable online degrees that fit your life and your budget. We're better because with us, our faith foundation drives all we do. We care about every student. We instill every degree with excellence and virtue. Plus, we're local, personal, and ready to help you thrive. Experience the Abbey difference. Get the better online degree with Belmont Abbey College. Register today, and you can win dinner for two on us. Visit GoHoneyHunters.com/Belmont Abbey to learn more.
Find out where your honey hunters are playing all season long at www.GoHoneyHunters.com. Ticket information, www.GoHoneyHunters.com. You're looking for the latest game day fashion or wanting to bring a group to Caramount Health Park? GoHoneyHunters.com. Your online home for the Gastonia Honey Hunters is GoHoneyHunters.com. That's www.GoHoneyHunters.com.
So Dupre exits the ball game, working just one inning. Couple of walks, one strikeout. No hits or runs, but he was struggling. So Caleb Bowman becomes the fourth Gastonia pitcher to toe the rubber today. He was a recent acquisition. Near the trade deadline. Pitched in Germany most recently. Right-handed pitcher, 6'1", 205 pounds from Round Hill, Virginia. This is not his debut. He pitched a couple of nights ago, 2 innings, no runs, no hits, no walks with 3 strikeouts. That was on Friday night when he made his debut here for Gastonia at Caramount Health Park. $1,605 is the attendance today. 1,605 fans. So Bowman comes in. Second outing in Gastonia this week. And this will be the catcher, Austin Rye. Rye picked by Minnesota in the 12th round in 38th round in 2012. And Boston in the 3rd round 2015. First pitch to him is a ball. 1-0. Popped him up. Out of play. So let's reset that last inning, Kevin. PA got aboard on the fielder's choice. Is that correct? Okay. And then the run came in on the E6. E6 throw. Okay. As they tried to turn the double play. Oh, there we go. Got to get the book right. Check the runner back to first base. Count 1-1 to Rye. Rye doubled and knocked in a run in the 5th inning. That was a 2-run 5th. Score now 5-1. 1 run in this inning on that E6, aforementioned. Count 1-2. Bowman played at Appalachian State University, Boone, North Carolina. Just up U.S. Highway 321. A couple of blocks from here. You can get on that and head right straight to Boone. 1-2. Back out of play. Count remains 1-2. This is the Fuse District, this stadium where it's located. Franklin Urban Sports Entertainment District. Redevelopment project here in West Gastonia. Around this ballpark. Helping revitalize this side of 321. Hit and run was on, pulled it foul. Ballpark, the centerpiece of that. This is where the old Sears building was one time. And we've got people living up in the Trenton Mill, abandoned mill, just over the right field wall. We've got a brewery and restaurant coming in at the old Coca-Cola building across the street from us. And then back behind us, the old YMCA building is going to be raised for some mixed use type of things. So good things happening around here in West Gastonia because this ballpark was built. Season number 2 for the Gastonia Honey Hunters, expansion team in the Atlantic League of Professional Baseball. We're at 800 West Franklin Boulevard, which is also known as U.S. Highway 74 Business. Runner going, hit and run, throw down to second base. Got him. And that will end the inning as PA thrown out. 2-4 to end the 7th. Top half, time to stretch. 7th inning stretch back after this on the Honey Hunters Radio Network.
home for Gastonia Honey Hunters baseball. AM 1450, 101.1 FM, and on the TuneIn app. WGNC.
Bottom 7 in Gastonia. Still 5-1 Kentucky. New pitcher for Kentucky, Jamie Callahan, righty, 6'2", 230 pounds with Major League Baseball experience. He is facing Jarrett, Roman, and the DH spot, middle of the order. Count a ball and a strike to Zach Jarrett. Baltimore selected Zach in the 28th round in 2017, 2018 in the Sally League, 2019 in the Carolina League with Baltimore, and then last year AAA Norfolk, AA Bowie, Maryland with Baltimore. 231 hitter, 4 RBI, 10 home runs, and 12 stolen bases. Count is 3-1. To Zach Jarrett, the Hickory, North Carolina native. Also named to Del Marva's 25-year team when he was with the Shorebirds in the Baltimore organization. Count is full, 3-2 to Zach. He's 0 for 2 today. Had a long hitting streak in July when he was the player of the month in the league. Swung on and missed, and not a good at-bat for Zach. And Callahan strikes out the first man he faces here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Luis Roman 0 for 2. Luis played at Texas Wesleyan University. I've got him shaded toward the right side. It's a big gap up the middle. First pitch is a strike. Padres picked him in the 23rd round in 2015, 2018 with El Paso, AAA San Diego, and then last year independent teams, Tri-City, Kane County. 303 hitter, 43 RBI, 8 home runs, and 8 stolen bases. So the new pitcher, Callahan. Time called. Nothing and 2. In the dirt for a ball. 1 and 2. One ball, 2 strikes. Chopper, fair or foul? Foul. Count will be 1 and 2 to Luis Roman. Roman had a 3 RBI afternoon. Game 2 of the doubleheader against High Point on Wednesday. That was an 8-7 loss in 8 innings. Counts 1 and 2 to him. Hit his 14th home run at High Point on August 26th. Hits it to the right side where they had him shaded, and they knew what they were doing there, and he's thrown out 4-3 by the second baseman. Jake Skoll now. First base today. He was not scheduled to play, but Castro got hurt in the first inning before he came up to bat. A collision with a base runner. So Skoll's come in and got a hit in the second inning, grounded out 3 unassisted to his counterpart on the other team in the fifth inning. Took a strike, 0-1. Low for a ball. 1-1. So September 1 trade acquisitions acquired Dupre, as we mentioned, from Ogden. Released right-handed pitcher Randall Delgado. That was at the deadline. Of course, we picked up a few others, Bowman and Chalmers and Salter, right before the deadline, but those were moves made right at the September 1 deadline. Names of note: High Point release, former Honey Hunter Cesar Trejo. And also Lexington split with former Gastonia Honey Hunter Boog Powell at the September 1 deadline. Count goes 2 balls, 2 strikes even to Jake Skoll. Payoff pitch from Callahan to Skoll. Bottom 7th inning. Walked him. 2-out walk. Skoll aboard for the DH spot. That'll be Jack Reinheimer. Also with the day off today. Jack out of Charlotte. Regular shortstop. Second best base stealer in the league at 49. Hitting .276, 11 home runs, 58 driven in, and 49 stolen bases. Pitch to him, blow it away for a ball. 1-0. Jack played at East Carolina. Atlanta picked him out of high school in 2010. Then Seattle took him in the 5th round in 2013. Debuted with Arizona August the 1st, 2017 against the Cubs. Spent 2017 with Arizona, and then 2018 with the Mets. Count is 2-0 to him. Jack 6th best in the league with 29 doubles. Hits it to the second baseman, had him shaded that way as well. 4-3 ends the Gastonia 7th, still trailing 5-1. Back after this for the 8th inning on the Honey Hunters Radio Network.
Don't miss out on all the action at Caramount Health Park this summer. Get your tickets for every Honey Hunters game by calling 704-874-1810 or log on to www.gohoneyhunters.com/tickets to reserve your spot this season. That number again, 704-874-1810. Gastonia Honey Hunters Baseball, 704-874-1810. GSM Services helps people live better through improved comfort, health, and energy efficiency. GSM Services provides high-quality home and commercial improvement services. They offer services for heating and cooling, energy audits, duct and dryer vent cleaning, attic insulation, crawl space solutions, generators, commercial roofing, and HVAC, indoor air cleaning products, and much, much more. GSM has been taking care of their customers' comfort since 1927. This unmatched experience has led them to build reliable processes to serve you and offer guidance to help you choose the right options for your home business comfort needs. Call 1-800-NEW-COOL or visit GSMsince1927.com to talk to someone about the comfort issues you have in your home. GSM is a proud sponsor of your Gastonia Honey Hunters. Call 1-800-NEW-COOL or visit GSMsince1927.com. Go Honey Hunters!
Top 8 in Gastonia Sunday afternoon, Labor Day holiday weekend. Gastonia trails at 5-1. New pitcher Onis Farfan. Bowman worked 2/3 of an inning before being replaced by Farfan. No runs, no hits, no walks, and a strikeout for Bowman in his short inning. So Farfan pitcher number 5 of the day for Gastonia. And he should face hitters 9, 1, and 2, Melbauer, Becker, and Johns. Onis, lefty, 6 foot, 215 pounds, from St. Paul, Minnesota. Record 3-3, ERA 3.63, 41 games, 62 innings pitched, 59 hits allowed, 28 runs across the plate. He's struck out 56, walked 29. As Melbauer leads off with a base hit up the middle. Now Luke Becker. 2 for 4 today, the leadoff spot. Farfan's last decision was a loss at High Point, August 13th. Worked 3 innings, gave up 4 hits, 3 runs. He walked 4 and didn't strike anybody out. Looking to get a win in the column since that last loss a couple weeks back. 1-0 to Becker, throw to first base. Check Melbauer back. Pitch, strike at the belt, 1-1. Played at Ridgewater Community College. Hometown Twins took him in the 21st round in 2014. One. Strike on the outside corner. Count 2-1. 2014 and 2017 with the Gulf Coast, Minnesota club. Last year with Rocky Mount in the Pioneer League and here in Gastonia. 2-1, pop about to play. Evens the count at 2-2. A record of 0-2, 2 ERA, and 8 strikeouts in 2021. It's been a good middle reliever for Gastonia. Got a piece of it. Also had a save at York way back on May 5th. And that is his only save of the summer. Counts even 2-2. Here's his pitch. Pulled it. Did Becker. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. Runner on first base is Mel Bauer. He singled to lead off the 8th inning. Two, hit to left field. Little one bouncer out there to Hampton. That'll get Malbauer to second. So back-to-back singles given up by Farfan here in the 8th inning. Now Gavin John steps up to the plate. He's hitless today. A couple of strikeouts and a sac bunt. So 2 men on, nobody out. Gastonia trails it by 4 runs. It's getting awfully late in the afternoon. Just 2 more at-bats for Gastonia. 6 outs to play with, and they're down 4. Farfan looks back at second. Pitch to the plate, bunted it foul. Count will be 0-1. So again, off on Monday to Kentucky. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday against Wild Health. Voice of the Honey Hunters, Brian Rushing has the call here on the Honey Hunters Radio Network. Then Lexington in town next weekend for the last homestand. Bob Woodward has Friday night's call. And then I've got Saturday and Sunday right here. Bunted it to third, picked up, throw to first base in time. That's the second sack bunt of the day for John. He's been pretty good at that. Thrown out 5-3 on the sack. 5-4 on the sack. Because again, the first baseman was covering the bunt. So the second baseman comes over to cover the bag at first. But he does his job as Malbauer goes to third, and then Becker goes to second. For Yuri Perez. They're going to walk him intentionally. Yes, they are. So he's intentionally walked to load the bases with an out and hope for a double play ball. So back in the DH spot, which was erased, Samir Dueñez. So Dueñez hitting .244, 7 home runs, 29 RBI, and 1 stolen base. Will pinch hit here in the inning with the bases full, 1 out. They lead it 5-1. Swung on and missed. Dueñez signed by Kansas City in 2013. Was over at Chattanooga 2019. That's Double-A Cincinnati. And then last year up the road at Winston-Salem, that's High A of the White Sox. Hit .218, knocked in 18, and had 6 home runs. Leaned out to left. There is Hampton, makes the play. Nobody's going to tag, so that might have worked. Loading the bases. Now you've got 2 outs and get the third out anywhere. So 2 away for Chris Shaw. 2 for 3, double in the first inning. Solo home run to lead off the 5th. And then walked and scored a run in the 7th. What are we looking at out there? A random loose ball. Hot dog wrapper. So here's Shaw, left-handed hitter. Pitch to him, swung on and missed. Debuted with the Mets in 2018. He's behind here 0-2. Low for a ball. One and one. Counts even. Bases loaded, but 2 out in the inning. Swung on and missed. And the count is 1-2. One, two low and away. And the count will be 2-2. A lot of bid league experience on this Kentucky team. Maybe more than anybody we've seen all summer long. They're loaded. Here's the pitch. Struck him out with the bases loaded. He's not so sure about that. So Farfan out of the jam. Gastonia still trails it, however, 5-3. We'll be right back after this. This is the Honey Hunters Radio Network.
Being first, the beginning of the line. So many people work so hard to be number one. But at Caramont Health, you don't have to struggle to be first. We prioritize you. Our award-winning teams use advanced treatments to serve you. We deliver the compassion and quality you deserve, always growing, building, and innovating for your care, your health, your life. Caramont Health. Care first.
This is Sam Bordner of the Gastonia Honey Hunters, and you are listening to the Honey Hunters Radio Network.
What could be better this summer than a Honey Hunters baseball season? The crack of the bat, the pop of the mitt, the smell of fresh cut. Hey guys, stop. We have turf here at the ballpark. Let's try this again. The smell of fresh cut. Domino's Pizza. Sold nightly here at Caramont Health Park. The Gastonia Honey Hunters and Domino's Pizza. A winning combination.
Bottom 8, 5-1, Kentucky leads Gastonia. Game 3 of this weekend series. New pitcher Josh Martin, right-handed pitcher, 6'5", 230 pounds, takes over for Callahan, who worked just the one inning. No runs, no hits, had a strikeout and a walk. Martin 0-2, 3.62 ERA, 15 games, 19 innings pitched, 23 hits, 11 runs, 27 strikeouts, 10 walks. Eight, 9, and 1 do this inning for Gastonia. Smith and Rodriguez. First pitch in there is a ball to Stuart Levy. 0 for 2 today. Low and away. 2-0 the count. Levy taken by Baltimore, 2015 27th round. 2018 at AAA Norfolk in the Boston organization with High Point last year. Hit 237, 52 driven in, 11 home runs. Walked him on 4 straight. So Levy aboard to lead off the 8th inning. Gastonia down by 4 runs. Got to get some base runners. Get a couple here, maybe a couple next inning. Jalen Smith 1 for 2. And he singled his last time up and tried to stretch it to a double, but was thrown out 7-4. Popped up back out of play toward the GSM Services Premium Club area. Walked up there for the first time of the season today. That's a nice place upstairs. You been up there yet? Take the elevator up there sometime. It's a nice setup up there. Really nice. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Martin. In the dirt for a ball. 1-1. Martin played at Samford University. Here's the 1-1. Smith hits it, popped him up to right field, not deep enough. And Perez play. There's 1 out in the inning. Martin picked by Pittsburgh in 2011 in the 25th round, and then Cleveland took him a year later in the 10th round. 2016 through 2018 with AAA Cleveland, 2019 AAA Philadelphia. Spent 2020 at Independent Sugarland, Texas. 0-1, 13.5 ERA and 2 strikeouts. Here is Hurley Rodriguez with an out, a man on, trailing by 4 runs here in the 8th inning. Low for a ball. 1-0. High and away for a ball. And it's 2-0. Two balls, no strikes to Hurley Rodriguez. 2 stints in Gastonia this summer, earlier in the year. Then went to Tabasco in the Mexican League. Played pretty well down there. They sent him back up our way and decided to have him rejoin the club. He was a valuable center fielder before he left. Had to move some things around to accommodate his departure. And he will walk with an out. That'll send Levy down to second base. So maybe something brewing here for Gastonia. Couple on now. One swing of the bat could make it a whole different ball game for Reese Hampton. He's got 8 home runs. Pulled one last weekend and hit a home run down the right field corner. I'd get him a bit closer. First pitch to him. Chopped it to second. Flipped to short. Across to first. Didn't get him. He's fast. So Rodriguez retired 4-6 on the Hampton fielder's choice. Levy did get around to third base. So he's in scoring position now, but there are 2 out in the inning for Joseph Rosa. One of the top hitters in the league this summer has been Joseph Rosa. That's back out of play. Rosa's last home run, which was number 19, came at High Point August 28th. Take time called? Okay. The umpire jumped up out of his crouch real quick. Called time with the count 0-1 to Rosa. One strike just missed. Location looked good. The home runs for Gastonia have come from 18 different players. 8 with at least 7 home runs. That being Ramon, Skoll, Jarrett, Hampton, Reinheimer, Castro, Tapia, and Rosa. Runner going, throw down to second base. Not in time, gets into center field. A runner's going to score. Hampton will get up and go to third base. He's going to come. I thought about it, but he's going to stop now. But Levy in, and it's 5-2. Stolen base. E2 on the catcher. Gets him over to third. Count 1-2 to Joseph Rosa. 1 for 3 today. Struck out his last time up, but he singled and stole a base in the first inning. So they've inched a little bit closer here with a run, a man on third, and a guy that can knock him in at the plate. Hit it to the pitcher. This could be tricky. Underhanded. Turns out not to be. It's a 3-1 put out, but sometimes that can get a little iffy. Gastonia gets a run, gets a little bit closer. Into the 8th inning, trailing 5-2. Back for the top of the 9th after this. This is the Honey Hunters Radio Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, as a public service, here's a little vocabulary lesson for all the parents out there. The word is drip. Means cool, trendy, or hip. Where do Honey Hunters fans find their drip? Your fashion destination in the gas house is at the Honey Hunters team store at Caramount Health Park. Put some swag in your bag at the Honey Hunters team store. Hashtag drip season. Seriously, I have no idea what drip season means. Folks, it's been the thrill of a lifetime to bring professional baseball back to the airwaves of Gaston County. As a lifelong supporter of Gastonia baseball, I understood at an early age how important it was to hear the game when I couldn't be at the game. And with the advent of internet streaming now, Gastonia Honey Hunters games have even more import within the community. It also provides a great opportunity to get your message out to the Gaston County community. If advertising with the Honey Hunters is something that interests you, give me a call at 704-874-1810 and inquire about advertising with the Gastonia Honey Hunters. The number again, 704-874-1810. The Honey Hunters Radio Network, your hometown team. Thank you for supporting Gastonia baseball.
This is Jake Skoll of the Gastonia Honey Hunters, and you're listening to the Honey Hunters Radio Network.
Top 9 Sunday afternoon at Caramount Health Park. New pitcher Tim Naughton. In here to pitch the 9th for Gastonia. Perez, PA, and Rye do this inning. Farfan worked the 1 inning. 2 hits, no runs. Had a walk and a strikeout, but more importantly, got out of a bases-loaded jam with a strikeout of Chris Shaw. Perez, a couple of hits, 3 hits as a matter of fact, a walk and a run scored. Had a double back in the 3rd. Takes a strike there. Count is 1-1 to him. This is Tim Naughton for Gastonia. Righty, 6'3", 195 pounds out of Goldsboro, North Carolina. Takes a strike at the knees, does Perez, 1-2 the count. Naughton 0-1, ERA of 5 in 14 appearances, 16 innings, 17 hits, 10 runs, 24 Ks, 8 bases on ball. Counts even up 2 apiece to Yuri Perez, the Wild Health center fielder. Naughton played at NC State University. Swung on and missed. Down on strikes goes Perez. Brings up Felix P.A. Baltimore selection 2017, 34th round. 2019 with Frederick in the Carolina League. Delmarva in the Sally League. Those are Baltimore farm clubs. Last year, Double-A Bowie, Maryland with Baltimore, where he went 4-2, 5.36 ERA, and 58 strikeouts. PA bats here in the ninth inning. Back out of play. 0-1. That's it. The first baseman, Jake Skoll, takes it himself. 3 unassisted, 2 out in the inning. So 2 out in the inning for Austin Rye. All the other games have gone final today. Staten Island over Long Island, 6-2. Charleston passed Lexington 5-4. Lancaster blanked Southern Maryland 3-0. And then High Point sweeps York by winning game 3 today, 12-2. Count 2-0 to Austin Rye, the catcher for Wild Health. Hits it to right field. Over there is Jarrett. Makes the easy play. Naughton retires him in order. Top of the ninth. Last chance for Gastonia, trailing it 5-2. Bottom of the ninth inning. Let's see what the Honey Hunters can do right after this on the Honey Hunters Radio Network.
Being first, the beginning of the line. So many people work so hard to be number one. But at Caramount Health, you don't have to struggle to be first. We prioritize you. Our award-winning teams use advanced treatments to serve you. We deliver the compassion and quality you deserve, always growing, building, and innovating for your care, your health, your life. Caramount Health. Care first.
Don't miss out on all the action at Caramount Health Park this summer. Get your tickets for every Honey Hunters home game by calling 704-874-1810 or log on to www.gohoneyhunters.com/tickets to reserve your spot this season. That number again, 704-874-1810. Gastonia Honey Hunters Baseball, 704-874-1810. Don't miss out on all the action at Caramount Health Park this season. Log on to www.gohoneyhunters.com/tickets to reserve your spot all summer long. That's gohoneyhunters.com/tickets.
Bottom of the ninth inning, Gastonia trails at 5-2. Game 3 of this 3-game weekend series against Kentucky, Wild Health Genomes. Final meeting of 2022 in the regular season against Kentucky. Jarrett, Roman, and Castro check that Skoll do in this inning. New pitcher, Diogenes Almango for Kentucky. Righty, 6'2", 190 pounds. Here to close out the ninth inning. No decisions. 6.3 ERA in 12 games. He's worked 11 innings, allowed 9 hits, 8 runs with 9 strikeouts and 8 walks. So last chance for Gastonia. We've not had to see them play too many bottom of the ninth innings this summer, because quite frankly, they've won more games than they've lost here at the ballpark. But this will be Zach Jarrett 0 for 3. Boy, is he due. Really, since June 1, he's been red hot. Up above 300 on the season. Swung on. 1-1. That 300 average has him ninth best in the league in batting average. His 29 steals are seventh best in the league. Pulled it foul. Count 1-2. So join Brian Rushing, voice of the Honey Hunters, this week at Wild Health Field against Kentucky. That 3-game midweek series. And then back in town for the final homestand of 2022, regular season against Lexington, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Bob Woodward Friday. I'll be here Saturday and Sunday. Sunday will be the last regular season game of 2022. We'll close out at High Point midweek series the following week, and then go to Charleston to play the final 3 games of the season before coming back for playoffs on September the 20th. 704-874-1810 for playoff tickets or www.GoHoneyHunters.com. Jarrett draws a leadoff walk here in the 9th inning for Luis Roman. Games 1 and 2 of that semifinal series will be here at Caramont Hill Park. Tuesday the 20th, Wednesday the 21st, off day on Thursday, Friday at our opponent's place, and then Saturday and Sunday, if necessary, at our opponent's place. Best 3 out of 5 game series in the semifinals of the Atlantic League playoffs. Roman is 0 for 3 today. Just 4 Gastonia hits versus 14 for the Wild Health Genomes. Here's the 1-0. It's a ball. 2 balls and no strikes. So, Almingo in here to close this thing out for Kentucky. Take this series 2 games to 1. Pick up a game in the standings. Help themselves in their wild card bid. 2-0. Hit it to center field. Over that way near the Belmont Abbey sign. And up against the top of the wall, Perez might have robbed Roman of a 2-run homer. He was way up top of the wall out there in left center field. 1 out for Jake Skoll. Hitting in Castro's spot. Castro began the day as the first baseman. Got injured in a collision with a base runner. Skoll came in defensively. Got a hit in the 2nd. Walked in the 7th. Hits with an out, a man on, down by 3. That's foul. 0-1. So Lancaster wins today. They'll stay 4 games ahead of Southern Maryland as they try to win the division. Get the automatic. If they didn't, they'd be in jeopardy of not making the playoffs because you've got High Point and Kentucky right there in the mix for a wild card spot. 1 ball, 1 strike to Jake Skoll. Counts even to him. Trying to keep the game going. Check swing, did he go? He did. And the count is 1-2. Had a pretty good day defensively at first base. For someone, I guess, hadn't played a lot of first base this summer. He had not done that before here at a weekend home game. Here's the 1-2. Hit up the middle, base hit, rounding second, going to third is Jarrett. They'll be on the corners with an out for a pinch hitter. Looks like Cole Freeman. Yes. So here's Cole Freeman out of Metairie, Louisiana. 291, a homer, 5 RBI, 3 stolen bases, one of which broke the Atlantic League record. It was numbered 266 of the season, which snapped Somerset's record of 265 that they set back in the summer of 2000. Swings on and misses. He's behind 0-1. Levy would bat next. Low and away from Almingo. And the count is even 1-1. Runner taking off, hit the center field, gonna drop in for a base hit, get by him. 1 run is in, 2 runs are gonna be in. It's gonna be a triple for Freeman. He may come all the way. Here's the throw to the plate. He will be out. But 2 runs come in, and it's 5-4. So look at that. So give him a triple. On the play and then thrown out at the plate. Couldn't have been the center fielder because he missed it. Must have been the right fielder coming around to back him up. Would have to been that. Could have been the left fielder. I don't know. But it's 5-4 nonetheless. We were all watching the base runners and did not see who backed up the misplayed ball of Perez. But he got a triple and it was thrown out at the plate. He'd have been the tying run. Back out of play for Stuart Levy. Whoever threw it, it was a heck of a toss. Freeman's fast. And they still threw him out at the plate. Count 1-1 to Stuart Levy. One ball, 1 strike. Did he go? Yes, he did. And the count is 1-2. Here's Almingo. He's given up a couple. Trying to get out of it here. One strike away, time called. Here's his pitch. Pulled it foul. Really got ahead of that one. Almost so far ahead, he hit it behind him. And the count remains 1-2. An exciting finish here. Here's Levy trying to keep it alive. Struck him out looking. That is the ball game. Gastonia falls 5-4 and loses this series 2-1 to the Wild Health Genomes. Back after this to wrap it up. This is the Honey Hunters Radio Network.
Being first, the beginning.